we'll move on. Looking to approve the consent agenda as written, or if somebody'd like something pulled from it.
Motion to approve.
Thank you.
Second.
And a second. Any other discussion on the on the consent agenda? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Okay, great. We're gonna drop down here and take Jeremy. Jeremy's here. Come on up, Jeremy. And we'll talk about some equipment for the fire department. Welcome.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody. So I'm here tonight for approval of three different packages for equipment. The first one being an air pack purchase. Probably 12, 15 years ago now, we got a grant for, I think 15 packs. And as you know, they're quite expensive, so we're starting to implement a plan of where we start to replace a couple every year, just so that we don't get the big expense all at once. So this would be a purchase to replace 2 of those this year, and 4 bottles that go along with it. There's also a couple other items on there. One is a retrofit, what we call a buddy breather system, which is from pack to pack, you can connect them in an instant. Back when we bought the first 15 packs, that was something that was just kind of brand to brand connection, and now NFPA standardized that connection. So the 2 new packs will have the new standardized connection, so we want to upgrade the remaining 15 so they all match and connect. And then with that is also a service package that, in order to get this pricing through Clary's, they have a agreement with Scott for a certain amount of years that we have to buy the service package in order to get that pricing. All that said, we had a second quote from another vendor, and even with this service package, we are cheaper to purchase this way. And we would also be purchasing a service package from the other vendor as well. Annually, we do that as well. So the servicing isn't something that's new. We just have to get this through Clary's in order to get this price for the packs. And all of that is $25,489. So we're slightly over our budgeted amount. But normally the bronze package, or this bronze service package, would come out of our maintenance line item budget. So if we take that out, we are under budget for the pack purchase on that.
Okay. What's all involved in that service package that you talk about, Jeremy?
So they will go through the packs. They will service the respirators each year, and then do any repairs.
It's an annual thing?
It's an annual thing, yeah. So
They gotta be certified, them packs, you know,
yeah,
on an annual basis?
They have to be tested to make sure that they're operating properly.
Okay,
Those types of
all right.
All right, the next one is our turnout gear, our replacement. Same, we had a grant many years ago for turnout gear, and now it's all becoming the 10-year of age per NFPA. So we'd like to start replacing a few sets every year. We've been doing this for a while now. This year, we're looking to replace 5 sets. So that is collectively a little over $16,000 for these 5 sets. That doesn't include boots or helmets or gloves. Those are items that we will be replacing separately in other purchases, but those will be under the $10,000 threshold once we make those purchases. So this would be just for the turnout gear, coats and pants themselves. With that said, once we purchase the helmets, the boots, and the turnout gear, we will be under budget, about $18,000, or not $1,800.
1,800? Okay.
And the last purchase is radios and pager equipment. Again, we got a lot of radios back when the armor system was going live through the sheriff's office. And we're looking to start replacing some of those radios a little bit at a time because they are quite expensive again. And this would be to replace 6 of those radios, and then also pick up some pager batteries, which are consumables for us. And then the batteries on the radios that we do have down at the fire hall are all at end of life. So there's a $2,000 purchase for batteries to replace those included in this. With that said, all of that included, we got a $10,000 grant from FM Bank to assist with this. So when we add that to our budget available for this year, we are under budget for that purchase.
On all 3 items?
On all 3 items collectively. We
Collectively, okay. Okay, great.
So I'd be looking for authorization to approve
Okay.
this.
All right, anybody have any questions for Jeremy on either one of the 3 items that they're looking to update? Anybody care to make a motion? We can do this all in one, can't we?
Correct.
Okay. Anybody care to make a motion to approve?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
And a second, thank you. Any other discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye, opposed? There, thank you.
Very much appreciate it.
Yep, thank you. Okay, Gibbs here, come on up, Gib. We're gonna drop down to 6B8. And,
To take the lead on this, so enclosed is a map here, part of it is highlighted in yellow, looks like this. This is by Gibbs property, and then also a neighbor up to the north. Lisa Travis has also expressed interest in vacating this area. I should back up, as a reminder from the vacation process. So vacation can happen one of two ways. One is a petition by majority of adjacent property owners, or council can elect to move forward by resolution. In this case, I would recommend, if council wants to move forward, to do so by resolution. The next step as part of that resolution would be to schedule a public hearing. And then per our charter, that anytime there's a street vacation, it would have to, after the public hearing, if council elects to move forward would have to be approved by ordinance. So there would be a first reading and a second reading by ordinance to make it official. Of course, anytime that we do a vacation, we do retain the utility easement rates as part of the vacation. And how it works with the street vacation, again, is if vacated, 50% of the property goes to one adjacent property owner, 50% goes to the other adjacent property owner, is how that ultimately works.
No,
Yes, so in
yeah.
your case, yeah, so you would get that, because your desire is you want to combine those parcels, right? Yeah.
So I could do something with that property, so I can't build anything or do anything.
Yeah. Yeah, very much so. Sure. Anybody have any questions?
Is there any historical stuff? I know we had like a rail depot there. Is there anything?
I'm not a good one to ask on
I do
that.
not recall.
There was, I don't know if anybody knows, you know, Jake's Pizza or whatever.
Yeah, that used
Yeah,
to be there.
that, you,
There's an old foundation towards the railroad tracks. That depot was moved, purchased by, and moved to over there.
Yeah.
And then the railroad, I don't even know how far, but I can see where the old foundation is there, where that depot was.
Herb Steenson picked that up and moved it over there at that time.
Yep.
Yeah, there used to be a little grocery store, well, that isn't on this piece of property, but on piece that the city owns, I believe now on the north end there, but, you know, I don't recall anything else in there, Dan.
Okay.
Anybody else have any questions? Does everybody understand how this works on this vacating property?
So if council
Or any questions?
would like to move forward, again, I recommend by resolution to move forward with the vacation of that highlighted area and, moving forward, calling a public hearing. For the public hearing, I would recommend, we're gonna need some extra time, cause this isn't the only street vacation that's happening here, and we need to come up with a legal description for all of this and kinda sort through it. I would probably say even the second meeting in October, just to give adequate time, cause part of the vacation too is we'll have to send out letters to adjacent property owners in so many radius of an area to notify them as well, so they can attend the hearing and share any comments or feedbacks as well.
Okay, anybody, any questions, or would you like care to make a resolution to move forward with the vacating?
I guess you've talked to, you know, the property owners around there, pretty much know what you wanna do, right?
Yeah.
It's ready, I would say, I would so move what we
Okay,
do it.
okay. All right,
Does that include for the public hearing scheduled the second meeting in October?
Yeah.
okay. We have a resolution to move forward with the vacating and scheduling a public hearing for the second meeting in October. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Thank you. Any other discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye, opposed? All right, There we go. First hurdle's done, Gib.
All right. Thank you.
Have a good night.
Thank you.
Okay, we're gonna move back up to the top here. We're gonna go to 5A, the park board.
I apologize, the wrong minutes were sent out. So as a handout item, the correct minutes are shared. Should be as a handout, Christine, is that handed out? Oh, yeah, okay. No, we did not have a quorum. It was Tim and myself that were able to meet, but we still put together some minutes. No council action items for council, just information.
Okay. All right, then, Utilities Commission, 5B.
No council action items here for tonight. We did talk a little bit about our utility penalty fee in comparison to other municipalities. We haven't looked at that in years. So the commission does want to bring that before council for some discussion, but we're gonna hold off and bring it to our next council meeting for discussion.
What's the penalty fee?
Currently, right now, it's 5.5, but,
Or what's the penalty?
well, for 5.5% on what you're late, so your.
Utilities.
Yep.
Yep.
So the amount that you owe, and currently we see municipalities are around 10%, double what we have. But we'll have more conversation on that at our next meeting.
All right, 6A, we got bridge lighting request for domestic violence.
This is one we're starting to see come before us each year. I wanted to ask council if there was a desire, I know we did for the infant loss remembrance, to just approve it.
On the
to
schedule.
Yeah, annually. So I wanted to ask if there was a desire to do that in this case. This again is for the Women's Rural Advocacy Program. It's Domestic Violence Awareness Month. They're asking for purple from October 8th through the 15th.
15th. Okay. Does anybody have any more questions, or can we make a motion?
And clarification of a motion, do we want to just approve this to put it on the calendar since they ask each year, or would council still like this one to come before council each year?
I'd make a motion to put it on the calendar and approve their request.
Okay, on an annual basis, was that Craig?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Second, thank you. Any other discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye, opposed? Perfect. All right, now we got a bunch to take care of.
Yeah, do we want to pause here and just go through the budget stuff? Because the next resolutions, the 6 of them pertain to the budget.
All the budget, yeah.
Yeah, do we
Yep.
want, is that okay?
Why don't we do that and
Okay.
just, yeah, go through it.
So everyone has before them a budget book, has details, extensive details of the proposed 26 budget, including the capital items plan, current contracts, donations, and other information. As I talk through it here, I welcome any questions or discussion, otherwise for sure, towards at the end, we'll have a conversation. But before that, just kind of a reminder, a few reminders here. The reason we're having this discussion with the budget is because we need to certify the proposed levy to both counties by September 30th. This is just, again, to set the levy, after which council can continue to modify the general fund budget up to December, which ties with truth and taxation requirements. And historically, we have held a hearing, it would be the first meeting in December, or this year would be December 1st for truth and taxation. And then the second meeting in December, we go through and do the formal adoption of the budget. So again, this is just a preliminary budget. And kind of going over the overview here now of it, the total levy increase for the general fund, we are looking at a 10%. So now keep in mind that once you set the levy, you can decrease it, you just can't increase it. So we do add a little bit more as a precaution if anything comes up between now and December. I would say more in reality, we're looking closer to like an 8%, but staff is gonna continue work through the budget to, of course, try to lower it as much as possible. Just for some information, I did, as a handout, just shared, I talked with other communities in our area, just seeing what they're looking at for their preliminary budget. And as you can see, a lot of them are quite high. We are on the lower end, which is great. But that's just as a comparison what some of the other cities are looking at. And if that is approved at the 10%, the general fund levy is proposed then to increase $279,284. And then in addition to the general fund levy, as a reminder, we do have the EDA and HRA levy. That is proposed for 26 to be 78,488 for both those levies combined. This is an increase of 42,000 because council may recall last year we held those levies in half. But it's my understanding, and Dwayne and Brad, you can chime in, that the EDA is working on some housing projects that most likely is gonna result in issuing some debt, some bonds, so to help pay for those bond payments and working towards some of those projects. The EDA has requested, the maximum levy for both the EDA and the HRA for 26. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Okay. And that levy and the general fund levy, those are the two that we can modify up to the December date, just to be aware of that. And then in addition to those, we also have the debt service levy. The debt service levy is proposed for 26 to be $1,133,900. That is a slight increase of 5,400. Also, the 26 budget for does include a designated reserve of $281,838. So out of that amount, 25,000 is set aside for 200,000 that was spent in 2020 over an 8-year period for street seal coating project that was completed. And then 256,838 is also being set aside, and that is a combination funding of the transition aid that we're receiving for the NSP facility, as well as some local government aid funding set aside. Council will recall with our last audit, we have payments that are coming due in 27, 28, and partly in 29. And instead of adding those balloon payments onto the levy, we're using this funding, building it up to pay those, so that will not impact the tax base when we hit those balloon payments. So that's the purpose of that funding. Local government aid this year, we did see a slight increase of 3,228, or 1,242,392. We were fortunate that, we're seeing an increase here. I still am a little concerned with the state's outlook with, their budget and trying to find shortages. And LGA was a topic of discussion cutting this year. Luckily, it did not go through. Of course, we'll continue to monitor that because any cuts that we have to LGA could significantly impact services. And we'll have to work through that if that were to ever happen. But luckily for now, we are seeing a proposed slight increase here for 26. Transfers from the light and liquor fund are proposed from the light fund, 325,000, and the liquor fund, 104,000. Health insurance this year, you'll see in the book we budgeted 10%. We did get notification that the increase is actually 17%. I did talk to a number of those cities that are on that list, and the lowest was 12% and the highest was 27%. So it kind of seems like everyone's seeing increases with their health insurance. That is now configured into part of the budget, but note in the budget book it reflects that only 10%. As we're putting the budget together, we do take into account the various projects that we have planned for 26 or that will impact the year 26 period. I do want to go through those just for information and understanding of what we're kind of looking at here in the next year. One is to note, this is going to be a union negotiation year, so anything that's negotiated with the union could still impact the budget. We of course received the 1.5, a little over 1.5 million from the state DNR towards recreation enhancements in the area. Right now, the park board, in combination of community members, are reviewing various ideas. That continues to be in progress. In total, for that one, we have, there's 3 years, and then we have a 3 one-year extension, so a total of 6 years for that funding needing to be spent. We were awarded again $600,000 from the Small City Streetscape Grant, and that's for replacement of trees, some downtown seating, new garbage receptacles, but it's primarily to replace the sidewalks along the businesses here on Granite Street. So right now, engineering is in progress for that. We'll meet with the various business owners kind of over the winter months and get a kind of a final proposed plan before council for approval as well. And the goal is to get that completed in '26. As a reminder, we have our substation project, improvements to both, primarily 2 transformers and a switchgear, with some other smaller improvements. In total, that project is around $5 million estimate. We did get a little over 2.3 million from the federal EDA, and then also another grant of 250,000 from the state. We are still looking at roughly probably $1 million in addition to that to utilize in reserves, with probably about 1.3 million that we're gonna have to bond for the remaining costs for the project. Wallstead House, that preliminary grant was submitted. The final grant application is due in October. That's for exterior improvements in the house. Again, that's a grant split combination of, I believe it's 30,000 for us and then 10,000 for the Historical Society for that grant. And then just note that the baseball lights, we are still planning to get those upgraded here this winter. Hopefully, knock on wood, weather pending. So those are some of the projects that we're looking at that will impact in '26 and some beyond. Some of the other projects that we have going on or will be wrapped up this year. Hoping that the improvements to the hydro plant facility, the 2 million that we received in RDA funding, for example, the trail project, the water main project, all of those will be completed this year. So moving on from that, just want to highlight a few different things from various funds. One being the capital improvement fund, for '26 proposes $559,526. Some of that includes a little over, and I'm gonna round here, 62,000 for gear and equipment for the fire department, 69,000 for a new police squad car and portable radios, 34,000 towards pool and equipment upgrades at the KCC. That's just a few of some of them highlighted. Again, the entire capital items budget is in here. Please review it. And, you know, Krista and myself, we're happy to meet with you, visit, go over anything, talk about it. And as a reminder too of our budgeting process in, you know, the early summer months, Krista met with all the department heads, went over their budget, what they need, and worked with them to come up with that capital items budget. So, but we welcome any discussion or comments, so please look through it. Again, we have time to make changes up until December. Light fund, that one again is gonna be impacted with that substation project. We were in the process of doing a rate study. We decided to hold off on that until we know for sure the actual cost with this project, because of course, depending on what we bond is gonna impact those rates. So we held off, we paused it, and then once we have more information, we'll finalize that study. Water fund is reflecting a slight net increase. Again, we are trying to build up that fund towards future and current capital repairs that are needed. The facility was built in 2015 roughly, so you know, it is starting to show its age. Things are needing to be repaired and replaced. The next increase that council did approve for that fund is gonna be here January of '26, as well as the sewer fund. We'll also see a slight increase in '26. Liquor fund, we do show a slight positive income after the transfer transfers made, and motor vehicle, we always highlight that one too. We are showing a net positive, a slight net positive. With that, again, this purpose of this meeting, I just do a very, very brief high-level overview of the budget with all the information enclosed, and you can review it at your leisure. But I would open it up if there's any questions, even at this time, or anything council wants to discuss, or. Otherwise,
Anybody have any questions?
Again, our door is open. We're happy to visit with anybody or go over anything.
I saw the mayor and council getting, it was up $8,000. Are we getting a raise that I don't know about?
No.
That is budgeted towards, if I remember, that's towards like memberships, travel costs, and I think that's in general for the whole council.
Or is there some of this in there?
Insurance. And I apologize, we might have to go pull specifically what has been expended out of that fund, unless Krista, if you recall anything.
Brad was asking if notebooks or anything was in that
We-
8,000.
No, not in there. We have the notebooks budgeted in our capital items. Budget
Okay.
is where that was, so I mean, if you're still interested in a tablet like we talked about before, just let me know. I'll order you one. I'm happy to
No,
get you one.
Yep.
It works for the most part.
So that was a part of our capital items budget. The 8,000 was a little different. And we could. It's going down 8,000.
Yeah, it's dropping.
Oh, it is?
That's what I was,
Sorry.
That's your salary.
Yeah. Yeah, it must be.
All getting paid.
You spoke up.
I volunteered.
Thank you.
Sorry, I was reading that the wrong way. My bad.
Yeah, and I think that
Say.
is the fund where like travel expenses.
we've
and-
been saving a lot in travel expense,
Yeah.
but yeah. Any other questions? Okay, very good. Need to thank you and Krista, working with the department heads and everything. Everybody over the last 4 months or 5 months has done a heck of a job, and, you know, we got little things to tweak here in the next couple months yet, but, couple weeks yet, I'll say, and we'll get there.
Yeah,
But
and-
it's very good.
And I will add, you know, that 10% primarily, that's salaries, the health insurance increase, right? And additional expenses and cost increases for professional services, that's really where it's coming from. It's, you know, covering
Yes.
kind of basic cost increases that we are seeing and trying to keep up. And I know some of these other communities, they did express with the higher levies that in addition to trying to keep up, they're trying to also add to reserves, or some of it's going, I think Benson was a bond payment towards improvements of their swimming pools and different stuff too. So everyone's a little different, but overall, we're low in comparison, which is good.
Yep. All right, very good, thank you. So, now we're gonna go back up here to 6B1. And we are going to look to adopt
So
the,
that
pro-
would be the levy and then set the public hearing dates.
yep. And what's the recommended public hearing dates?
That would be for the truth and taxation at the December 1st date with the final budget adoption at the December 15th meeting.
Okay. Is there a motion?
So move.
Second.
Second.
Any other discussion? All those in favor of the proposed levy and setting the dates signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Okay. Number 2 here, adopt a resolution approving the general fund budget. She has read that to us and everything,
Yep, and there's
and we're just, yeah, it's in your
those too.
notes here and stuff, so if anybody's got any questions, or we're looking to approve the general fund budget.
So moved.
Okay? Is there a second?
I'll second.
Any other discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? All right. Number 3, adopt resolution approving the 2026 Special Revenue Fund Enterprise Fund budgets.
So your enterprise fund, again, would be like your water, sewer, and electrical. The special revenue fund would, be like motor vehicle, community housing, library
Store.
trust, those type of things. And I have that listed out too, carved out in staff.
Yep.
notes.
Staff notes end in the book, so.
So move.
All right,
Second.
thank you. Any other discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye, opposed. Number 4, adopt resolution approving the transfers of the general revenue fund. Transfers is money we take out and move to other places, liquor store and
Liquor store, electrical. and then-
electrical, yeah.
So move.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any other discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Number 5, adopt the resolution approving transfers of the enterprise funds.
Yeah, tie with that first one.
Yeah. Enterprise funds to the general fund and the airport commission.
Yep, that would be the light liquor.
Yeah, okay.
So move. Second.
And a second, any other discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, number 6, adopt resolution approving the 5-year capital improvement plan.
And again, that can be modified up to December, this is just the preliminary.
So move.
Second.
And a second, thank you. Any other discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Okay, great. Now we're gonna drop down to number 9. We got a street vocation on the YME property.
Yeah, so there's actually.
It's just some house cleaning type stuff and,
Yeah, and there's a few different things here. So one is, the map that's in your packet, council packet, just showing where the school is located. And I apologize, again, I tried to get GIS working and the website's not working, so we're gonna have to look at paper here. But this is the map I'm looking at, again, with the one with the school on it. It's in the council packet. So, as you can see where the school is located, there's a number of areas that are plotted as roads. And what the goal is here, I've met with Rich and Larson Engineering, who's working on the project of the new school, and part of the conversation we had was just cleaning up some of this, just as Steve said, housekeeping. So what is proposed here is to vacate these. Now, we will keep one small spot on the far west, just to retain as an entrance to the far west if ever needed, and that's between the parcels there of 0307 and 1212. It's currently a rock pile, but if it were to ever be modified as an entrance, just to keep that still as a roadway access point. So keeping that, but everything else to the east, encompassing the 6 parcels there that the school owns, those roads in there would be to vacate. Now, we would retain the utility, we do have some electrical going in there. It's a little tricky, because obviously they're building a new school, and they're gonna be building on some of where these roads are plotted. But but we still recommend to at least retain the utility easement, so areas where there's not a school, we can always have an option of putting in utilities. But there's an understanding, of course, they're gonna build in some areas. So that's one. What does council think of that?
what that's really doing, I mean, there's 6 different parcels that they get a tax statement for. If we take and clean up this and vacate it,
They combine all the parcels.
they can combine it all, and that school on that side will just all sit on one parcel of land.
Wait,
you know?
should be.
Yeah,
Cleans it
right, yeah. So that's all we're looking to do is just, I mean,
Just clean it
clean
up.
it up. And, so,
So that's part of it. There's a second part. So this would be tied with the physical handout of the track area. So if you look at the track area, Granite Street there, right adjacent to it to the right, there is a plotted ROW there right away. So the city at the time when Granite Street was constructed, I mean, that's a rock outcropping. So an easement was attained, an access easement to build Granite Street. But part of cleaning up here is to vacate that, and then the school, because again, 50 would go to one side, 50 would go to the other side, and the school owns both the side parcels. But to get rid of that, and then of course, we'll continue to maintain and keep our access easement. So that's another street that we would vacate.
That RWO.
Right, yep.
Yeah,
Right to the,
that-
right there of Granite Street.
Dwayne and I sat here back when that was built, when the community center.
Yeah.
School was good enough to let us put the road on their property, basically.
Yeah.
And, you know, now if we give them the property that we had for that road, it'll just get combined with the rest of their property on that hill.
Yep.
Just some more housekeeping work.
Cause they own 1330, right?
Correct.
L-shaped piece there.
Yes,
Yep, they
yep,
do.
the old slider slope deal. Yep. So that is the two things that's involved in this right now.
Yes, the two parcels
Yep.
for the vacation,
Yep.
yes. So
Yep.
we would also be looking for, again, per the vacation process, in this case, it'd be a resolution from council requesting the vacation and calling for the public hearing. And I would also put that at the second meeting of October, because we're just trying to possibly under a single ordinance combine
Yep.
all of these,
Sure.
Yep.
so, if we are able to.
Anybody have any questions? Everybody understand what everybody's trying to do here?
Does that make sense? to
Okay.
everyone?
If so, if we'd like to move forward, we're looking for a resolution approving and moving towards a public hearing, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, and it would be for the, again, the
Second,
second meeting in
yeah.
October as well.
I'll make that motion.
Thank you.
I'll second it.
Second. Any other discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? All right.
Also, before we move on, so Brad, you mentioned that parcel there of 1330
Yep.
that the school owns, so there, Rich did share with me this morning that there possibly is a desire to turn that into a parking area. And it was asked the question of, is we would be interested, because, you know, we have a KCC parking there to the north, to do any expanding of the KCC parking. Of course, part of that deal would be, we would help, you know, at least cost share part of that parking lot. I told Rich I didn't know, I didn't really think so, but that's ultimately a council conversation. We don't need to answer that today necessarily either, but I wanted to at least share it.
Okay.
Any immediate thoughts on that, or want to table that one for now, or what?
I know if KCC gets busy, they're gonna park in the school parking lot, if that ever turns into one, so.
I would say we've been okay for 25 years. I don't know why we need to change now, but
It'd be
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if it ever gets that packed that,
I think the thinking is, you know, with the construction, they've been in a meeting on this, with the construction of the high school and the elementary basically being right where they are, the bus and the pickup and drop off is going to be really congested, and those buildings are gonna take up a huge footprint of that area, and all the parking is gonna be down on the south side. And from what one of the architects, engineers mentioned something like, oh, we can turn this spot into a parking lot. And I'm thinking in my head, that's gonna take a lot of blasting. So
Yeah.
neighbors may not enjoy that, yeah, so.
I think ourself would be, I don't know, that we're interested in entertaining expanding that parking lot up there at this point, but I mean, can be open to see what direction everybody goes at some point, but I don't know.
So maybe share, maybe at this time, most likely not, but we'll keep that
Yep.
door still open for conversation as it moves forward. Okay.
A lot of rock up there.
Yeah.
It's a sledding hill.
All right, so,
Now we can move on from that for now.
and we need to, did we vote on that yet?
Oh, sorry.
Okay, all those in favor of the street vocation in the October 2nd public hearing signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? All right. Now we got 10 here. We got this excess equipment that staff has put
Yep,
together.
and some of these, in honesty, council's already approved them as excess equipment, but we just wanted to put together the, kind of just a big master list for everyone to review again, and the goal would be to put it up for, these items for auction this fall.
Okay. Okay. Somebody care to make a motion to declare these excess equipment?
So move.
Second.
Second, okay. Any other discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Okay. Nice that we're staying ahead of this stuff instead of letting it pile up and different things,
We don't wanna be hoarding.
you know. I was just thinking, there's a desk here we could probably use, so.
Yeah, it was a little worn. I appreciate the out-of-box thinking.
Okay, now we're gonna jump on down to the sale of a parcel, and we're gonna go into a closed session tonight.
Yes. Yep,
So at this time,
so we'll,
we will close it.
yep, and then we'll give Dylan a few minutes here.
Dylan, a few minutes here to do what he's gotta do and shut things down. And you're just gonna wait around for a couple minutes, Dylan?
sell the parcel 340331300 to the school for $1, with them, covering the legal costs to do the quick claim deed.
The triangle portion of
The triangle,
1300.
to clarify,
Yes.
Because we're not selling everything else.
No, we're not selling the
That's a
KCC
good
part,
point.
but the triangle portion that is on, above the track area specifically.
With utilities, right?
Correct.
Easements maintained.
For the storm sewer, correct.
Okay, I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
All right, any other discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Okay. Anything else to come before council?
Motion to adjourn.